everybody, welcome to my channel, Universal Soul Vibrations. Tonight we're going to take a look at the earth signs, and we will start with Taurus. And we're going to look at the month of January and see what's going to be coming up for Taurus in the month of January. This is going to be a crystal casting along with a card reading. The areas that we're going to look at are work, finances, home, travel, friendship, love, self, and family. And I'm learning how to do the crystal casting, so what better place to do it? All right. So, nothing really landed like right in the center. Right in the center is your main theme for the month. We've kind of got some stones that are around the center, but not in the center. So we'll start first with the Saturn, planet Saturn. And the crystal that's used for that is the Apache tear. And the Apache tear is there to help absorb painful emotions. It's said to have been used by, the Native Americans when they did like a sweat lodge kind of thing. It pulls in all the pain that comes up by taking a real hard look at some things. So the first thing that I'm going to say is that for Taurus, it may be a month of when you're taking time to really look at, take a long, hard look at how things are in your life. The Saturn, planet Saturn, can indicate there's some type of restriction. There's some type of change that's happening. Sometimes it's unfortunate. And the time on things is slow. So if you're waiting for something to come along with the Saturn planet here, it's saying, it's not going to come as fast as you wanted it to come. Tauruses, you may be grieving something in January because the Apache tear, it aids you in emotional healing. The other stone that's kind of close to the center is the labradorite and the green aventurine. The green aventurine is the heart chakra. So I'm definitely feeling like there's some type of healing process that's going to occur for Taurus in the month of January, because you've got Uranus over here too with the labradorite, and with the Saturn over there. I'm really feeling there's definitely some type of healing process that's going to occur, because we've got the heart chakra close to the center as well. With the Uranus, which we all know has been parked in Taurus, and it's going to be there for quite a while. And Uranus can cause upheaval. Uranus is very similar to the Tower card in the tarot. So, Saturn spoke of change, and Uranus also is speaking of change. So there might be some type of change emotionally for you that is occurring within January. And that's going to happen by you really sitting down and taking a hard look either at yourself or at a relationship that you have. Uranus shows you what your unique purpose is. So maybe by taking that long, hard look at yourself, you really discover, what your real purpose is or where you want to go with that. But there's definitely some type of big change that is going to happen for a Taurus in the month of January with all these three stones near the center, okay? All right, let's start with the work. So with the work, we've got opal that is right on the edge here, but it's more towards the work side, so we're going to use that. And this is the luck stone. So that's a good stone to have in the place of work. You know, the luck stone brings in good fortune, good news, can bring in abundance. The luck stone is all about fortunate circumstances. And it can bring in wealth. Opal is an emotional stone, and it can reflect the mood of the wearer. So, you know, be careful of that, because it can intensify emotions and release inhibitions, which that is a good thing. It encourages freedom and independence. So maybe some of you are going to be your own employer, doing, you know, moving forward with self-employment, a business. So it looks like in the place of work that things are going to be good there, and that January, if you're thinking about venturing off into your own business, this will be a good time to start moving towards that. You've got Neptune in the finances section, and fluorite is the stone that covers Neptune. And with Neptune, that's what I said, guys. Be patient with this because I am learning this. Neptune frees us from the bonds of the intellect and brings extremes of beauty and love, okay? But Neptune's all about those solid long-term goals, but it also can be the planet of illusion. And with it being in finance, I'm really feeling that make sure you don't think you have more than you do, okay? Because Neptune is there to say, you know, things aren't always what you think they are or what they seem they are. And this is in the house of finances, like I said. So through Neptune, we learn that all life is connected, okay? So all of our actions with money, you know, are going to bring us whatever way we go with it. You know, if we spend too much, we're going to lack in it. If we manage it well, we'll have just enough. If we're really good with it, we're going to have extra, okay? So in the money area, there's some, feeling like there's some long-term goals that you're going to set in place in January for you when it comes to money, and you're going to strive to meet them throughout the year. We don't have anything in the home or the travel. We already talked about Saturn, but I really feel that was more for the center and what your month is going to revolve around. Remember, so it's interesting with the self and the love. These three I'm going to leave for the center part. That's why I don't think any one stone fell in the center, because I think the three of them were meant to define that. We've got Venus in between the love and the self. So there's going to be a lot of looking at self and nurturing self with Venus in here. Learning to love yourself more. A lot of inner self work, I feel, Taurus, that's going to come in for you guys in the month of January. And learning how to take care of yourself. The Venus obviously is the planet that governs love, matters, beauty, and artistic things. Malachite absorbs negative energy and opens the heart to unconditional love. And I really feel like this is more unconditional love for yourself. Remember, the way we feel about ourselves is what we project out there to others. So if we don't feel confident and feel the love for ourselves, that's what's going to be portrayed. Malachite breaks unwanted ties and outworn patterns and releases negative experiences and old traumas. Okay, so I did say in the beginning that I felt like the month of January for Taurus is really going to be a month of healing for you guys. Under the family, we've got the black obsidian stone. And this is the new stone, but there may be some news coming in regarding family. That's not, I'm not saying that something's going to happen to anyone, but there may be some news coming in around family that's not really good, because this particular new stone, I have two new stones, the chevron amethyst, which is for good news. This one is for not the greatest of news. But with the black obsidian, the news helps to promote and stimulate transformation and change. And the black obsidian also helps you get through major changes. So there may be some type of major change that goes on within the family unit in the month of January for Taurus. Alrighty, let's pull your overall card. Let's see what comes up for the overall theme for the card. We've got Mars hanging out in the back there with friendships. And Mars represents conflict. Mars is the planet of war. So there might be some difficult times with some of your friendship relationships in the month of January. And Mercury rolled off, so I think Mercury's always going to roll off because it's a round stone. And where I live is a little bit uneven. So when I throw Mercury, it always goes off the... Alright, let's see what we got for Taurus. Taurus in the month of January. Okay, nice card. This is one of my favorites. It's such a pretty card. So you guys got the Wish Upon a Star card as your overall theme. And if you look at the card, she's closing her eyes, hands on her heart, and she's putting her thoughts out there on what she would like her life to be, basically, with this card, and what she wants to come into her life. The Wish Upon a Star card is about intentions based on your desires and aspirations, the act of consciously committing to a vision, sacrificing something of value, gambling on yourself, trusting that dreams can become reality, the importance of daydreams, okay? So for your main theme in the card-wise, it definitely goes along, because I said something about, making goals, setting out on moving towards your dreams. So this card is, saying that in January, which makes sense because a lot of people make resolutions in January. You're starting the year, as they say, it's day one of the book of 365 pages, Each page is blank right now as you move forward. What are you going to fill it with is basically what this Wish Upon a Star card is. With the Wish Upon a card, it says, today, allow yourself to dream and play with different realities, even if it seems impossible. If it calls you and feels good, why not choose it? Wish upon a star, then live as if your wish were already true. Know that those beautiful dreams you have been nurturing are in the process of becoming real. Don't forget that the act of wishing, dreaming, and intending is more important than figuring out the how. It shows the universe you're serious about playing the game of life and you trust the essence of the partnership. Remember, every dream you believe in and hope for is a call to a twinkling star. The answer will come, sometimes swiftly, sometimes slowly. No wish is ever wasted. And with the Saturn planet there, it's probably going to come a bit slower than you want it to. All right, let's pull the tarot cards here and see what we got. We will start with work. Okay, so there's definitely going to be some changes occurring when it comes to work. Remember, I talked about some of you maybe heading out on a self-employment venture. Maybe you've been forced in that direction because you got laid off with the whole COVID thing. But there's definitely some type of something ending and a new beginning occurring when it comes to the workplace for Taurus in the month of January. And, you know, the big important thing as you move forward on this new venture, especially if it's starting your own business, know that you're deserving to have this experience, and know that it's going to bring in it can bring in a lot of abundance for you with this deserving card here. You know, she's standing in the field of all the great, you know, all those beautiful flowers. So I'm kind of feeling like it's going to bring beauty and wealth in for you. All right, let's look at the finances. That's where it appeared that there might be a little bit of trouble. Taurus finances in January. We got the Knight of Pentacles, okay? Now, we've always talked about the Knight of Pentacles. He is that slowest moving knight in the deck, okay? So the money's going to come in and it's going to be there, but it's going to be a slow process. Because one thing we know about the Knight of Pentacles is he's tried and true. You're going to send him out on the job and he's going to get it done. But he's going to take his time doing it to make sure that he's got all his I's dotted and his T's crossed. Okay, so in the finance area, you know, money's coming in, but it's going to be slow moving. You may have to tap into some type of partnership in order for more money to come in for you. When it comes to the finances, we got the Kindred Partnership card here, but I'm just kind of feeling like in order to bring in even more money, there's going to have to be some type of partnership with someone who's already established in whatever you're going to do, I'm feeling like. All right, for the home. For the home, we have the Page of Wands. Okay. Now we know pages can bring new beginnings. Pages can bring lessons, can bring a messages. And you know, that particular Page of Wands, she looks pretty busy to me, actually, if you look at her. And she's reaching for that wand. So in the home place, I'm kind of feeling like, and this looks like the sun behind her to me, a lot of yellow color behind her. So I feel like there's gonna be contentment in the home. But I also feel like with this card here, with the Page of Wands here, you're gonna be looking, you're going to be looking for something within the home that's going to ignite your spirit, is what I feel like. Some of you may be looking, you know, she's the dream. The Page of Wands here, she's the dreamer. And this one can be all about, you know, creativity. The Page of Wands, she's that free spirit, who has lots of enthusiasm. So I'm not sure if some of you will be looking to change residences, When this card comes up here in the home, I'm feeling like there's either going to be a change of residence or like a change within the current residence that you live in. So there could be some type of modifications being done to the home, especially if you are looking going in your into a new business of your own. You may need some space in the home to run that business. But you might be feeling like you don't have enough in the funds department to do that, because we've got a conscious of lack with this. The money's gonna come for it, but it's not gonna be there right away. All right, you got a lot of dreams about how you want your home set up. Just not the money to do it with right now. For travel, we got the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is about creating balance. And this is in the travel part. So, you know, we all kind of know how travel is a bit restricted right now. There needs to be lots of planning nowadays when you are traveling somewhere. And I think that's where the balance is coming in. So they're saying if you're going to travel somewhere, make sure that you've looked at everything and all the options. It does look like you're going to be traveling somewhere because we've got this long road. Maybe you're going to visit some family or friends who could possibly live on a farm, because this looks like a road that's leading to a farm, although the house at the end doesn't look like a farm, but that's what I feel like. So just make sure you plan ahead. In the friendship department, we've got the Knight of Cups. So somebody, remember I said Mars was in there, and Mars is definitely the planet of, he's the planet of war. He's the planet of conflict. Somebody may be coming in with an apology with the Knight of Cups coming up in January, where there was, some type of dispute in a friendship relationship. Yep, definitely feeling like there's definitely somebody coming in to shine light on what really had occurred, because I'm feeling like whatever happened between the two of you, it really had nothing to do with the two of you. So they're going to come in to really kind of explain things and offer apology. In the love, we got the Queen of Wands, which is all about passion. But you know what? This Queen of Wands, too, she has a lot of fire and she has a lot of passion for herself. She believes in herself. And I really feel like, because remember we talked about with Venus being straddling the love and the self, that this month was more about self-love for you. And then we get this card that comes up. Now, it says true love on this, but if you look at this, this is more about learning to love yourself, this card is. So this month may not necessarily bring in love with another for you, but it's going to teach you how to love yourself, Taurus. Because you're missing things within yourself. The Four of Cups is coming up under the self. You're disappointed with yourself, I'm feeling like, with this card coming up. Not happy with yourself and the way things are. But you've got to take some steps to change things so that you can be, okay? Kind of look underneath all the layers and find out, this is the hidden motivations card. I don't always read the bottoms on these cards. But this is about learning to enjoy life again, and kind of reliving your youth within yourself, and appreciating what you have to offer yourself and others. Okay, and the family. Remember I said there might be some news coming in with the family and change. We got the Queen of Swords. So somebody may be moving away from the family unit. That may be the change that's coming in. This Queen of Swords, to me in particular, looks like, to me, it looks like she's on top of a, she's on top of a, being, you know how they sit on those, the queens, they sit on those things and they're carried around. So I'm kind of feeling like this particular queen is going on a journey. So there might be someone within your family that is going on a journey. But this Queen of Swords is also about learning how to see things more clearly and being able to express yourself more clearly, okay? She definitely moves from the logic. The Queen of Swords does. You know, she's not a big emotional being. If you see in this card, I don't know if you can see it, but her heart's in a cage, okay? So there's some coldness there when it comes to her. You have to reach into your higher power, okay? And find that love there. And this is about that self-love thing again when it comes to the family unit. All right. Okay, Taurus, this is what looks like is ahead for you in the month of January. Remember, your main theme is about, you know, looking at your dreams and starting to put your dreams into action. Have a good evening, everybody.